Okay, I'm going to transplant the Pentium project into this case here. Now, this one has a USB 2.0 and FireWire thing, so I'm going to have to use the card. I initially wanted to find a case that did not have a front panel I/O and that also came with a slot door, and those are really hard to find nowadays. Most everything comes with USB 3.0 sound and all that crap, which I don't have any use for in this. However, USB 2.0 and FireWire is a bit of a compromise because I can use that. There was a couple options I saw, like old beige ones, that were really expensive though, and I didn't want to take the risk because people tend to not mention that they have front I/O and listings and stuff. So I just went with this case. This was fairly cheap. There's quite a few of these around. So let's go ahead and take this out and get started. This is what we're looking at. I do not think I see a fan, although it might be hidden in there. There's this. Let's see here. Take a look. That's weird. Okay. So, let me see all these ports here I don't have. Alright, so let's go ahead and unwrap this and start getting started tearing down the old open air case and putting the stuff in here. Okay, so there is no fans, and also these are those awful knockout ones here. You got your FireWire and USB and all that. I'm still not sure what this cone is for, but I guess we'll find out in a second. So yep, I'm going to have to get a couple of fans and yeah, well I'll first put the motherboard and transplant as much as I can in here, and then start scavenging for supplies. Alright, disassemble. This is gonna be fun. Transplants are moving smoothly so far. Okay, making some progress. I'm not sure if I have, see, I have 8 ports here, and I only have 7 slots, and one of them is definitely going to be taken up by the compact flash, and the other one, the game port, but I might just remove that card since I have another card I'm going to use in here, and plus 2, controller cards, although I want to see if maybe I can get like a combo controller card for USB and FireWire. So yeah, it's always something, more or less. Well, so far it ain't pretty. I had to get rid of that parallel port and a game port card in order to just get the compact flash card there. This was real pain to get in, and this is a new addition. This is an MPEG card, MPEG 1, I believe. See here, I should have demoed this before. I don't know if it works, but I mean, what I have to lose here. See, it's got a pass through and VGA out, so this is going to be extremely complicated. Yeah. Meanwhile, this is not wanting to go down fully, so I don't know. So I'm planning on using the FireWire and all that fun stuff. Should reach over there. This might be extremely awkward too, so we'll find out. So yeah, next step is figuring this out, I guess. This disaster. Okay, so I get the FireWire card installed at least. Yeah, this is going to be fun. Just take a look here from the outside. I've got a cheap fan plugged in that kind of glows purple or something. I've got it connected to a Molex extender that's plugged into that hard drive I was working on. I've also got a ID ribbon cable extender that's plugged into the same ribbon cable as the compact flash card. I've also got a USB 2.0 controller that's hooked up to the front panel to go along with the FireWire. I've ran into some problems and I have not fully tested it out with the new USB 2.0 card and the hard drive, so I'm going to troubleshoot it with Windows 95, and I'm going to also have to redo the Windows 98 because when I tried to put drivers in for the MPEG card, it started to refuse to boot under that system, so I think I screwed up the registry. So first off, I need to solve one major problem that is more of a major annoyance, but let's go ahead and troubleshoot that. But I also want to show another feature that I installed. Okay, so I put in a nice tray here. So this has all the fancy old compact flash cards, so that's rather useful. So far I've got CD-ROM drive, that, and that. And that might be it. I might try to get a spark drive working and put that in there, but we'll see. I think this has more than enough storage as it is if the hard drive works. So let's go ahead and troubleshoot that problem I was talking about. Okay, this is actually a boot test. I have not turned this on since installing the USB card or the hard drive. As you can see, that's coming on. So okay, so far so good. I mean, I certainly hope this part's good. I'm not sure what I have installed at the moment. Well, oh, okay, so I have MS-DOS installed, so whatever. Let's see here. Okay, it has not detected. Okay, let's see what happens. System for device resource conflict. Let's try this out. I'm going to switch to, oh, there, I have that problem again. So, let's see here. D should be the CD-ROM drive. Abort. Okay, so it's not detecting the hard drive. I might have set the jumper incorrectly. I'll worry about that in a second. I'm going to switch to Windows 95. As you can see my Tower of Towers, I removed the jumper. I think it might be correct. I'm not positive though. But we'll find out. Now it should be Windows 95. Happy device. Hard disk. That's the Transcend. It's not showing up. Alright, let's see here. I might switch it to the other ribbon cable. Check it out. It's now showing up. The Maxter is now showing up. Okay, so crisis averted, I guess. See if there's still resource conflict. There is. It's probably, I'm guessing this probably has to do with all the add-on cards that I put in. Either USB 2.0 or the FireWire probably conflicting with each other. As long as the sound card, PCI USB serial bus. Let me try installing that. It shouldn't work, or I guess the internet, which isn't very reliable to be frank, but let's go ahead and try this. Okay, so it's not in the floppy drive. Their locations. Look at this. Okay, good, good. That's what I like to see. Now here's the problem. Oh, okay. So it's happening again. The major problem with this is that for some reason in Windows 95 and 98, the IDE controller for the CD-ROM drive path isn't working. I have to reinstall it every single time, which is a major issue. So let's cancel, cancel, cancel. As long as I get back in. Still letting me in. Alright. So, okay, as we can see here, it looks like I have Netscape Navigator opening on this, which I don't want. I want to boot into that manually. The MIDI sound player, the DAT tape player. Maybe I should install that in the system. I also have Microsoft Bob installed on this. Whoops. Okay. How do I exit? Do I hit the exit button? Okay. Whoops. Did I just Okay. It forced shut down on me. Okay. So don't hit exit. Okay, here we go. These are all screwed up. So I need to... What do I need to do? So if I reinstall this, it will work. Then I restart the computer, and then it won't work. So every single time I boot up, I'd have to do this, and I don't want to do that. Here's a new sound card. I only got that installed on the Windows 98 FireWire. And that's the MPEG card. Printer port's all screwed up all of a sudden. Maybe that's the resource conflict. Where is the USB device it was talking about? Matrox is good. Monitor is a monitor. So I got this disabled, looks like. Okay, good. Crystal Wave Synth. I tried reinstalling this driver here, and now there's only one, but this is still not working. So I'm going to do a fresh install since I'm not really going to lose anything. I already had to do that with Windows 98, and yeah, so that was an experience. So I'll actually get started finishing that up first and make sure that works, then move on to this. So yeah, I'm getting really accustomed to installing operating systems. Okay, so the resource conflict actually had nothing to do with the ISA and these. It was the FireWire and USB card, so I decided to I need to remove that. Too many wires. Okay, so I decided to uninstall the FireWire card, and I want to see if I can get like a combo card. I researched this before, and it's really hard to find ones with these connectors, but I'm not going to use FireWire. So, but luckily the MPEG card is still working, and yeah, now I just have to resolve the conflict regarding the IDE problems, and also NT and OS2 do not work now also, so I have to work on that some more. Okay, so I got Windows 98 reinstalled. It's working now, and actually everything's working now. What I did wrong was I had apparently the IDE ribbon cable switched, so yeah. The primary one was hooked into the CD-ROM drive, and then the secondary one was hooked into the hard disk and all that crap there, so that caused the conflict. So now it's working now. I need to run through the other operating systems to see if they work. I think that should be really the only problem. So now I have a fresh install of Windows 98, which I didn't need, but I'm not complaining. It seems to be working just fine now. I just need to make sure the others still work. And now, of course, I'll need to install the drivers for the sound card and the other operating systems. Okay, so far the only one that doesn't work now is Windows NT, which I guess is not really that much of a surprise given how difficult it was to get it working originally. I'm guessing when I swapped out the sound card, let's see here, NTFS is good. I can't really read this. I'm guessing that whichever boot device is inaccessible is causing this to crash, and none of the options work. MS-DOS from this installation isn't working. The VGA mode isn't working. So I'm guessing when I swapped that out, it basically killed this. So, ooh, now it's going flickering really good. Okay, let me zoom out. But anyway, like, I will have to reinstall this sometime. I do not want to. That was, NT 4.0 was the most difficult operating system I've ever had to install. So, yeah. But other than that, everything else seems to be working. OS2 is working just fine now, so I just need to reinstall the sound card, and, yeah, so that's really the only hang-up I've got. So drive works in Windows 98 anyway, and OS2 only detected the extra D drive, and I had that problem also in MS-DOS, I think 5.0 is what I had that installed, so. Okay, I got bored and I decided to, well, order a basically new old stock internal spark drive, and it looks like I'm not going to have any luck in getting that to work. Well, let's see if it's actually still intact on the inside, but I can already feel it feels very strange, so I'm going to, hopefully it's fine, but goodness gracious. Okay, I mean, yeah, that doesn't sound good. Okay, so, alright, the box is more or less the same as the external one, so, I think it might be fine. It looks good. First thing I do notice is that it's not yellow like the external one. So it looks like it's intact. What is this? Screws. Okay, so I'll drop it. See this here? It has that same weird arrangement that the other one I have has. So usually they all like sort of stick out the same height, as you can see there. Strange. This is coming with like less stuff than the as a starter disc. Looks like it comes with less stuff than the external one. Well, I guess the external one had cables and all that, so. And here's that, so I'll go ahead and try to install this and test it out. Let me look. Interesting. I wonder if maybe this is refurbished. It's weird. Okay. So the this box has gone through the ringer, but they did have very good design on the well, this plastic thing, so more or less has kept it safe. So I'm feeling better about that, but I'm not sure how reliable. Well, apparently spark drives are not reliable, so I wonder if that's an issue more with the external ones or the internal ones. I just know that the internal one that I have doesn't work, so, and the external one does. So I guess I'll find out. Come on, come on, come on. XR, Maxtor, GR8. SideQuest Spark is now showing up. Okay, we might be good, we might be good, we might be good. That'd be good. Let's get removable disc L. I've got the spark disc with the let's see here, do I just put it in? Ah, it's lighting up. It's working this time. Okay, this one's working. Okay, so it's making a sound. Don't know what that sound is. Okay, Fearless Bros. Okay, that ejected it. So far not so good. Let's try to see if I need to install these drivers. Let's see if I can take this out. There we go. Okay, so let's shoot, how did I do this? Okay, let's see here. I put a jumper back on. Okay. It's doing that beep. Oh. Well, I don't think this is going to work. I'm going to try something a bit fancy here. Okay, I'm going to reinstall that spark drive. That is loading. That's the sound of it loading. So I just need to install that, I guess. Okay, we got... Do I want any of these? Eh, why not? Okay, I'm going to root around in this for a little while and then go try to troubleshoot the internal one again. Okay, I'm going to put this other one in here and make sure it's still working. Working. Oh, I really don't like this. Okay. So, this one is removable disc M. This one should have descent on it, I believe. So load. Okay. Descent R. Okay, that's good enough. Alright, so next I will again try to get the internal one working. Great. Okay, so I had to remove the disc. So now it's detecting it. So that doesn't bode well. Let's see if it shows back up. Okay, there's L. M is now a CD-ROM drive. That's terrific. Okay, I've got this set up again. Set up again. On. What do we have here? Oh, look at that. Okay, it's showing up there. Okay, so it's doing more than it was earlier. I don't know what it's doing though. So it's definitely doing something different. I'm gonna have to put it in another computer to see if it actually works, but I'm going to emit it from the another. What's it doing now? Oh, maybe it doesn't work. So I picked up Space Ace, and it uses the Real Magic MPEG playback card. So I'm going to do a test with this. I hope it works in Windows 98. Else I could just put it in Windows 95. I mean, that's the whole purpose of this project. You can see here that whole Real Magic logo. Where is it at? Right here. Pretty soft as the developer, I believe. And this is back when this first came out, I believe, the ESRB system. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and put a wrap to part 5. And what do we got? We got SamPeg. That's interesting. So, holy hell. What do I do? Driver not found. That's not a good sign. What do we do? There's a whole lot of stuff that's not working. Well, let's try something. Seems to be working. Shoot. I mean, it looks fairly decent. Okay, so what's it saying when it says fm load rmdv.sys not installed? Is there an install command? Trip.character. And this says driver not found. What's play say? And it says the driver not found. rmdev.sys doesn't work. Okay, so I'm going to say 94. I'm going to boot into DOS. Okay, I wonder if I can go into command prompt on a Windows 98 to do this, because I'm not sure if I have the drivers for the MS-DOS, but look at that. Okay, so shoot, this might take a second as well. That's no real surprise, but the individual movie files seem to be working just fine. Oh, I guess he died there. Yeah. Okay, I don't know what's going on with this, so I'm guessing I don't have the driver for the Real Magic card installed, maybe? We are getting somewhere, we're getting somewhere, excellent. What the heck? Alright, 2. Come on, work. I removed the MPEG card. I'm going to see if I can play the MPEG files off this disc without it. If I can, then I'll just put this in another machine, because then that means that this doesn't need it. If I can't, then more troubleshooting to be had. So let's go ahead and see if I can at least eliminate this from the build here and maybe put in a I don't know. I have to figure that out later. Open. Okay, so it works. Let's also go to so yeah, it says no problems playing these MPEG files then, so as it turns out this MPEG card isn't needed. I still won't be able to get Space Ace to work. Well, actually, let me check. Make sure that's not going to work. Yeah, I've got it in full screen. Oops. I had it in full screen. So I think this might be stretched unless this is actually going to appear and zoom down. Yeah, it's a tad stretched. Okay. Well, I mean, there's borders here. So yeah, this computer works just fine without it. Now I could get this working. I do have like a old IBM maybe. We'll have to see. So I still haven't confirmed that this works. I've got the pass-through working, but I mean that ain't much. So yep. Cool, I guess. I mean, that was a lot of work for nothing. I'd still like to get this to work. That was like this I think will only work using that. Let me double check real quick. Space Ace. Alright. Right, I know. Yeah, it needs that crap, so it's not going to work. Oh well. I think that well, it concludes that. The Spark Drive second one did not work, and the MPEG player might work, but it's not needed.